here's a look at the standings now in the Premier League. Arsenal 4 points clear at the top ahead of Bournemouth. Spurs move into third. Sunderland there in fourth position. As for Manchester City, they're there in fifth and level on points with Manchester United. Don't think they had that on their bingo card. All right, let's welcome in our two favorite Frenchmen, shall we? Julien and Frank Leboeuf. Jules, let me start with you, why don't I? Because you are so close, of course, to the Arsenal crew. I mean, they're looking good defensively. They're still unbeaten in quite a few games. We expected Palace to be a challenge for them, but now the way things are going, it's looking like the title race could be over.
Well, I don't think there's still plenty of football to be played, Alexis. But certainly today, again, they look so strong defensively. They just don't give anything away to the opposition. There was only one shot on target for Palace. Actually, this is the only shot on target they conceded in the whole of October in the 3 games they played. They just had nothing against them, against West Ham, against Fulham, and then again today against Crystal Palace. They don't give you anything. They're the best defense, not just in the Premier League, but in Europe. Only 3 goals conceded in 9 Premier League matches. And even if you look at the three goals they conceded, one is a direct free kick for Szoboszlai. One is that counter-attack from Manchester City and Erling Haaland. And the third one is Voltemade on another set piece. So even on open play, they've only conceded 1 goal in 9 games so far this season. And that's how they built their success so far this season, on that very strong defense.
Well, Jules, there is definitely being very diplomatic, but if we have a look at the odds, Stevie, and I know you probably don't want to see this because of what happened to Liverpool yesterday, but Arsenal looking like significant favourites according to the odds to win the Premier League. How do you see it?
I don't see how you could back against Arsenal right now. You know, winning the Premier League is about consistency. You know, you can sometimes be incredibly good, sometimes you can be average, but get the job done. And this Arsenal side can do all of these things, but the one thing you cannot argue is their strength. Strength of mind, strength of character, strength of organisation, I mean, strength of the defence. I mean, they are the one side in the Premier League where every time they step on the field, there are certain things that you can guarantee that are going to happen. And you can't say that with any other side in the Premier League. So it's about being consistent. And there's no question that Arsenal, absolutely, are the most consistent side in the Premier League.
Frank, what did you think of the game? It's giving me the performance, the kind of performance that we saw from Arsenal today is the kind of performance that you expect the title winners and the eventual champions to grind out.
Definitely, and the word consistency is the main word to express, you know, what we see with the Gunners right now. I was very impressed, and you feel that you know, and they know exactly what to do, and you also see that they can improve. You know, we can talk about Gyökeres and how they use him. The guy asked from some balls, you know, in the space behind the goal. I saw I think in the second half, Saka not serving him very well. So they can still improve. But right now, as Jules and Stevie alluded, I don't see any other team being able to be as good as and as consistent as Arsenal right now. And so you don't see anybody, you know, being capable of winning the title right now, but Arsenal. And I was very impressed defensively. I mean, Gabriel is a monster, and you can add, of course, Saliba, even if he got injured. I don't know what happened to him, you know, going out half time. But the middle of the park is very good. I mean, Rice is the model of again consistency and hard work every game that he plays week in, week out. So there is nothing much to say about the fact that even if they didn't have a good first half, they were there. And you could see that they were better. And you knew that a set piece will make the difference again. But they struggled a little bit at the end of the game, the Gunners. But they're so solid, they're so calm, they exactly know what they do. And in goal, they have a Raya as well, very good. So they didn't have any much trouble in that game, even if you feel that they're not perfect and they can improve. So it says a lot about the power that they have and the contender they are for the title.
All right, so in the end, it's Aston Villa that get the 3 points in this one. City not short of goal attempts, but could not find the back of the net in this game. Jules, we know how much we love our Neda Manua, and a few weeks ago on this very show, I asked him, does he have any concerns that City are becoming too over-reliant on Erling Haaland and his goals? And he was like, no, why not? When the big man is scoring, you let him do his thing. But we saw it today. Once again, when he cannot find the back of the net, which is rare, they don't seem to have anything else.
Yeah, you're right. That's very true. And I think I've said it already on the show, but the second top goal scorer for Manchester City in the Premier League is own goal. They've got 2 own goals for them, and then there's 4 players with just 1 goal scored in the league this season. It's not enough. And Haaland had his chances today. I mean, the first one, the one that we showed on the highlights, again, one-on-one again with the keeper, with Emi Martinez, and it's maybe too predictable that he's going to open his left foot, and it's a good save by Martinez. Then the goal that he scored is clearly offside. But even with Pep making changes like he did in that second half, Doku coming on, Marmoush coming on, Cherki coming on top of Foden and all the other attackers that started, Oscar Bob and Savinho, there's still not enough, I felt, in creativity. Of course, they could have scored a goal. Yes, they had a lot of the ball. They had a lot of shots. But if you look at the shots that they had, apart from the one-on-one for Haaland, the rest is very low XG, not great shots. And again, I thought in terms of creativity, they lacked a little bit of spark, really. And if you don't serve the big man, then he's going to struggle to score. And as we said, if he doesn't score, then you struggle to score yourself.
Interesting to hear Jules say that Manchester City lacking that spark, lacking that creativity, which when you look at the names around Erling Haaland, you don't really think that.
Well, yeah, but you got to look at the recruitment and all the players that they've signed in terms of going forward. Savinho doesn't look like scoring. Doku doesn't look like scoring. You've got Marmoush coming on. You've got Cherki coming on. Don't look like scoring. Don't look like creating. Phil Foden does some nice things, but doesn't look like scoring. Doesn't look like creating. So, you know, you wonder where it's coming from. Oscar Bob, we didn't see it. You know, he made a lot of changes, but nothing changed. Yes, they kept the ball. Yes, they had possession. But when you can't do anything with it, it's kind of pointless. So I wonder if Pep's got an answer, because right now the players he has don't look capable of stepping forward and doing either of those things in terms of scoring goals or making chances. So right now it's Erling Haaland or bust.
Literally a 12-game scoring streak for the big Norwegian. They're coming to an end today. Frank, but just hearing Stevie say, you know, you're wondering if Pep has an answer, and if he's looking for one, who does he look to for it at this point?
Well, it's hard to say. He has all the tools and all the elements to individuals to find the thing. But today, you cannot deny that at the end of the game, in the last 20 minutes, City tried everything to score a goal. They scored one. Marmoush was offside. But you have to give credit to the opponents. I mean, you have Martinez in goal, World Cup winner, and in the middle of the park, Kamara, McKean, and with the last one, Nana. They were tremendous today. They worked so hard. On top of it, Matikash, Pau Torres, everybody at the back, and of course Martinez. They played for their lives, and they were counter all attacks from Manchester City. They worked so hard. Though it would have been another team. Maybe City would have won that game. But you have to give credit to the Villains. I mean, they worked very hard. They scored a beautiful goal from Matikash, and they never gave up. It's maybe why Manchester City didn't win. I mean, the conference, the press conference that Guardiola made, he said that he was very happy with the team. That he said they didn't score a goal, but they was very happy because they created a lot. And I kind of agree with him. It would have been again against another team who opened up a little bit more. I think City would have won. So try to complain or to criticize City today is pretty harsh for me, because they're not the City that we used to see. They have maybe the talent to go forward, and they didn't show that today. And it's true that Haaland didn't score that goal, which normally makes the difference. But it wasn't a bad Manchester City today.
There's one thing that might change it. The only problem is, I don't see how Pep changes his philosophy. Because the one thing that you know when you play against Man City is they'll let you get back behind the ball. They don't look forward early enough or quick enough. That is the only thing that would change this City side. Clearly, when they have to break a team down, they've shown in 9 games that they can't do it consistently. And so they have to go forward quicker. But that goes against the things that Pep's looking for. It's all about keeping the ball. It's more important if we have the ball. Well, it's not working. And unless you change it, you're going to go through the season winning games, drawing games, losing games because of it. So if you want to change, then that's the way to change it. Look forward early. You'll get more goals from Haaland, but what you'll do is you'll open up space for the others to get a goal. The biggest thing you need to do is get a goal. Somebody needs to get a goal just to get the cobwebs away, brush the cobwebs all away. But unless they go forward earlier, you wonder if it's ever going to happen.
Well, let's bring back the Premier League table as it stands right now. Just as a reminder, Arsenal, they're 4 points clear at the top. Jules, let me come to you for this one because you're the one that reminded us that, look, we're still only in October, a lot of football left to play. We're looking at that top 4 that has Sunderland and Bournemouth. And then you're looking at the top 5. That's where you'll find Manchester City. Down in 7th is Liverpool. I'm not even going to throw Manchester United into the title race conversation, but you said that you expect people to still kind of challenge Arsenal because there's a lot of football left to play. But where's that challenge coming from?
It will still come from, from Tottenham. There's a North London derby coming up very soon. I think in 3 weeks or so, or after the international break in November. There will be bigger games. Liverpool will come to the Emirates. Arsenal will have to go to the Etihad to play Man City too. So there's still a lot of games to play. But the boys are right. They are currently the best team in the Premier League. They are one of the best teams in Europe. You don't see them giving away anything, as we mentioned earlier. And once Gyökeres is probably a bit more settled and integrated in this structure, once Odegaard comes back as well, they should be even stronger. That's true. But then you also know that Liverpool will get better. They have to. United are already improving. That City will also get better once others start scoring, not just Erling Haaland. So it's obviously not over, but you are a quarter through the season. And if you told Arsenal at the start of the season, considering the start and the fixtures they've had so far, we mentioned away at Newcastle already, away at Liverpool already, away at United already, at home to City, to have that amount of points and be that clear with that goal difference, they would have signed with their 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 legs, anything you want, really. So, of course, they are in the best position possible.
Stevie, which teams or team can you see stopping Arsenal?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
You did tell me this is Arsenal's to lose.
Well, you can't rely on City. You can't rely on Liverpool. I mean, Bournemouth aren't going to stay up there. Sunderland aren't going to stay up there. You know, the team that look as consistent or as close to the consistency that Arsenal has shown is Spurs. But they're a little weak up front, in my opinion. So I can't honestly turn around and say, I expect this team to be hanging on to the coattails of Arsenal. Because right now, I feel as though it's Arsenal's to lose. That's kind of how I feel this early.